Namaskar, good afternoon and welcome to CIET NCERT's live and interactive online program. My name is Deepak Mishra and you are watching this online training live program on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12, and apart from that you can also connect with us on our YouTube handles by the name NCERT Official and NCERT PM eVidya class 6 to 12. Let me tell you one more important thing, that this week is very important on online training. This is a 5-day, 5-hour of online training under the umbrella theme cybercrime. We are discussing in this week that what actually cybercrime is all about and what kind of recent trends we have been seeing and observing in cybercrime. So before we start this online training program is brought to you by CIET NCERT in association and collaboration with Indian Cybercrime Coordination Centre and Ministry of Home Affairs. And there's an important announcement for all the viewers and learners that during the last day of our online training, that is on Friday, there will be an assessment for all of you. You can just participate in the assessment, and if you score more than 70%, you will be granted by certificate. For more further rules and regulations, you can just visit to CIET's official website and know the knowledge of assessment. And during this entire session, you can also reach us by calling on the number. The number is displayed on the screen. That is 8800440559. And apart from that, we also do have a dedicated email ID where you can write us. Email ID is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So as I told you that this is a 5-day, 5-hour of training, and today we are on day 3. And under the umbrella theme cybercrime, we will be talking and discussing about cybercrime and the law. So please join me for welcoming our today's guest. We are joined by Mr. Lovish Seth, sir, who is legal assistant at Indian Cybercrime Coordination Centre, Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi. A very warm welcome, Mr. Lovish, sir. Namaskar.
Myself Lovish Seth, and I'm a legal assistant at I4C MHA. So today I'm going to present a lecture on cybercrime and cyber laws. So moving on to my PPT which I prepared. So basically we now discuss about what is cybercrime. So cybercrime means any crime which has been happened on online through online mode, which carries a criminal activities means of the computer or the internet. So these type of cybercrime are very general, have become general in nowadays because everybody is connected to the internet. So it means that any unauthorized access to your computer, your mobile phone through any kind of link or personal information which you don't want to share with anybody else, but somebody else gets the access to your personal information. So now these crimes are basically targeted to the people who are generally related to the of children age or old age or women's, or who are not aware much about the cyber crimes. So these are the crimes in which computer is used as weapon. For example, to launch a denial of service attack. So it means that you don't want to give the permission for the same, but they get through some fishy link or some kind of message or some kind of app APK installed in your mobile phone. So moving on to the next, these are the types of leading cybercrime nowadays. So nowadays these type of there are many crimes going on right now, but some of these are very common cybercrimes which are growing at a pace level. So first of all is financial and banking fraud. So financial and banking fraud are the type of crimes in which what happens, a person gets a link or a person gets a kind of advertisement that to how to earn the money easily, how to double the money easily. So in that concern, some people click to that link and they got scammed by the fraudsters. So these are the type of financial and banking frauds which are very common. Next is for the ransomware attack. So ransomware attack is basically a kind of attack which is done through the internet, and in this the fraudster are trying to access to your computer without being knowing or getting into the functionary things. Next one is identity theft and social engineering. So this is also a very common type of cybercrime in which the identity of the individual has been stolen by some fraudster to pretend to be the person who he is not. So like and for the same associated cybercrime which is digital arrest. So in that cybercrime also the fraudster appears to be the some official person from some government or CBI or from any judiciary, and they pretend to be that some fraud has happened and you are being arrested for that, and you cannot disconnect the call or you cannot get out of the call unless and until they don't say so. So the in these type of crimes, the modus operandi is only the thing to gain your financial account access. Next one is cryptocurrency scam. So nowadays, as we all know, cryptocurrency is a kind of word which we have started hearing now very frequently. So these type of scams are basically happens when a person tries to get a financial gain in a very short time of span. So as we all know, a very basic cryptocurrency which has raised recently, that was a Bitcoin, and that raised from zero to crores. After which many of the public got indulged into to scam the people. Next one is the AI generated and deepfake scam. So now the AI generated and deepfake scams are very common because these type of crimes are done through by generating your fake image or by generating fake videos or by generating such kind of obscene videos or photos to scam the people. So next one is the online harassment and cyber stalking. So the online cyber harassment and cyber stalking is basically when a person. So next one is the data breaches. So data breaches is a type of cybercrime in which the data which you have shared with the some person or at some platform, that is being breached or that is being handed over to the some fraudsters, and they use it for their own purpose. Moving on to the next, these are the categories of cybercrime in India. So basically, the cybercrime are there are many cybercrime which are being classified as we have seen in the last slide. So these are the types of cybercrime offenses which are classified into different acts. So digital arrest, if anything happens, like if a person is being so under the IT Act, Section 43, read with 66, 66C and 66D. So basically, the 43 section says that any unauthorized access through computer resources. When somebody for a fraudster or a person tries to enter into and try to gain unauthorized access of any computer resource, then this section is applied. Next section is section 66C, that is the impersonation, and identity theft is 66D. So these sections are applied when the digital arrest happens under the IT Act. And similarly, we have provisions under BNS also, that is Bharatiya न्याय.
Okay.
2024, it has been implicated.
Okay.
Section 78.
Sir, I think there is a technical issue. Your audio is breaking again and again. We will fix it and I'll come back to you. Before that, we can understand by looking at this particular picture that there are various laws in India, and Mr. Lovish is explaining to our viewers that what different kind of laws are there presently in India and what kind of exactly there are several cyber crimes. Recent trend we had observed in terms of cryptocurrencies or in terms of lottery or in terms of fake job ads or job advertisements. How do these people, how do especially the fraudsters try to manipulate the common people? Okay, sir, if I am audible to you, please continue with your conversation.
Yes, thank you so much. So next we were discussing about the Nigerian frauds. So the Nigerian frauds is basically the people from Nigeria approach to the Indian public regarding the job lottery. That you get a message or you get a link or you get a call from unknown number, stating that congratulations, you have been selected for a job, and now you have an offer letter with a salary in dollars, and you'll be earning a very handsome salary and all. So these type of scams they usually do to just to gain the financial access and to give you a commit a fraud with you. So in this also, they also do the same modus operandi as they are pretending to be someone else. So this is a kind of identity theft. And similarly, under the BNS section also, the sections are imposed which are related to the impersonation, cheating, fraud, and committing without cheating impersonation. So and these sections are imposed on the person who are committing these type of fraud. So, under the special act, we are having a telecommunication act which says that if any kind of fraud which happens through online or any communication is being made, so this section is applied. So next we are having is hacking through spam link for financial fraud. As we have earlier also we have discussed about this in the previous slide, that how the hacking is done through spam for links for financial frauds. So this is a kind of similar to the digital arrest, because like whenever a link is generated and link is sent to the victim, then they click on it, then after that the crime happens. Next one is hacking through social engineering for data theft. So these type of theft is basically done with the big companies, and or we can say with the companies only, because the social engineering for the data theft is related to something in which the vicious malware or vicious ransomware has been uh, implemented in the software of company or on the website of the company. So this also applies for the same sections which we have earlier discussed. And next one is the email threat for bombing. So recently, as we have seen that there were many threats which were coming in the flights, that there are bombs or something like that in flights, in schools, in public places. So these kind of mails usually received from the sources which do not have any specific region. So this also applies for this is a very serious issue, because this implies for the terrorism act. So that's why the section 66F has been imposed in this uh, particular cybercrime.
Okay.
Next is ransomware. As we have discussed that ransomware, what is all about it? It is about a vicious, we can say, fictitious link that that is sent to a person to get the unauthorized access of the files of concerned website. Moving on to next the category, that is the sextortion. So sextortion is also a very common and very highly modus operandi of the cyber fraud criminals. They what they do they make a video call to a victim, and they'll just click a screenshot or just click a video of the person, and later on they'll blackmail them to get the money, to get the financial access of the person. So, in as we can see under the IT Act, there are several sections which has been written. So, I would explain the section 67 only. That is the relevant for in case of children. So, whenever any person tries to publish, produce, or make any kind of obscene act relating to children, so 67B is imposed on the person. So, and similarly, we are having provision under the BNS also, that is 308, which says the same implication, that if any crime is committed against the child, so this section is imposed. And similarly, we are having for the fake KYC SIM section of the Telecommunication Act. And if in case of this is a case of children, so section 14 15 of POCSO Act will definitely will be implied, because if the child means any person who's below the 18 years old, then POCSO is applied. So next is cyber stalking and cyber bullying, which are also a kind of cyber crimes, in which the one person stalks another victim, and bullies on the internet by body shaming, or by any kind of comment which is not suitable for appropriate comment on the internet. Next is for the unauthorized gambling and betting. So the this type of category is states that online betting and gambling, which is a very common thing, and many of the apps are being authorized to run this type of campaign, in which they offer you a very good outcome of the betting and gambling, but unfortunately nobody gets the winning amount, and everybody getting frauded by these type of companies. Next we are having is child pornography, child sexual exploitation, abuse material. So that is CSAM and child pornography. Again, this is a section as we have read in serial number 7, that 67B has been imposed in these cases. So whenever there is involvement of child, so 67B is definitely going to be involved, and this is a very heinous crime which doesn't even provide a provision for early bail or even bail. So this is a very serious crime because POXO and 67B are considered as very heinous crimes. Next is for the defacement and hacking of government website. So now this is again a national sovereignty issue in which the fraudster, what do they do? They just hack the website of government, and they start replicate to the same site, or they start to make it for financial gains. So on the next we are having, yes, so next is human trafficking, that is cyber slavery. So as I have told you earlier also, that there was a fraud of Nigerian fraud, that was job fraud. So what do? They just send you a false or a job offer letter in which they are offering a very good amount of salary, perks, and they will be mentioning all about your resident and your everything they are mentioning. And being in that, the victim agrees to come to that place and agrees to go to the place for working. Later on, it is being discovered by the person that he has been frauded and he has been cheated, because he is forced to commit the crimes by sitting at the place. So these type of crimes are generally in cyber slavery. And this is also covered under the Section 5 of Immoral Traffic and Prevention Act, which says that if any person, if any human being is being exploited or being taken without his consent or being misused, then he is punishable under this act. And again, the Section 12 of Passport Act and Immigration Act are also involved, because these sections involves that whenever a passport is being confiscated of a person, then this act are applicable. So moving on to next, we are having investment related financial frauds. Again, the financial frauds, as we have discussed earlier also, that there are many incidents happening in the country related to the investment scams, in which the fraudsters offer a very high returns of offers, in which they say if you'll invest rupees some amount, and you will get the in lakhs, or your money would be double, and or your money would be triple. So these type of scams are covered under Section 43, 66, 66C and 66D. Again, this is a similar with the other sections, because these are interrelated, financial frauds and that Nigerian fraud. So next is for fake news and misinformation. Now for the fake news, what does it mean? That fake news is something which doesn't exist, and that has been concocted story. So if anybody spreads these type of information or fake news, then under the BNS section, section can be imposed to penalize the person. And now for the cryptocurrency fraud, that is again a kind of a financial fraud, and this is also covered under the same section as we have discussed in the point 14. So these type of frauds are generally done through the same modus operandi as it is done for the serial number 14. So moving on to next, we are having SIM swap fraud. So this is a kind of fraud in which the SIM is being swapped of a victim, and he doesn't even know about it, that how this happened. This can be happened by sending a malicious link through APK in the Android, and now in the iOS also it has been discovered that certain links are being sent, and the SIM swap fraud has been done. So in this scam, basically this all the messages, all the information, notification will go directly to the fraudster, and the victim would even know that what all is coming, or notification is coming on his phone. So again, this section attracts the against this fraud, the section 66C and 66D is attracted. Why is it so? Because this is a kind of identity theft. Fraudster is trying to theft the identity of a person and committing a crime. Next one is the fake profile and impersonation. As we have seen many of the times on our social media handles that there are certain profiles which are being made to just to lure the money and just to honey trap the people. So these type of fraudsters, what do they do? They'll make a replicate of a social media handle, and they'll pretend to be the same person, and then they'll commit a fraud with you. So moving on to the next part we are having. Yes, so now it is the importance of for a safe cyber world. So now, as we have discussed about the cybercrime and we have discussed about the cyber laws, what are the related provisions in the law. Now we are going to discuss about that what is the importance for a safe cyber world. So, as you can see on a screen that protecting individual and businesses. So, cybersecurity measures are crucial for safeguarding personal information, financial asset and critical infrastructure from cyber threats. So, nowadays, as we can see that not the cybercrime has been is evolving day by day. The modus operandi of the fraudster are evolving day by day, or I'll say it's being evolved every second. Because every second we are seeing we're facing a new type of crime is coming up and new type of fraud is coming up. So to protect us, we have to be very aware, be aware about the world, what is all happening and how to protect ourselves. That we should not share any kind of password, any kind of OTP, or we should be very careful while we operating into any kind of computer resources, any tab, any phone, any if we are sharing our email ID or opening or accessing our email ID in at any cyber cafe, then we should know that we should be aware that we have to log out it properly. Next one is preventing financial losses. So, why do we need this? Because we need to protect our money. Now, the cybercrime has been raised up to the extent that the victim doesn't even know about the transaction. The victim is not even aware about any kind of transaction which has happened from his account. And later on, he got to know that his account has all the amount has been vanished from his account. So how to keep that safe? We need to keep strong passwords. We need to regularize password. We need to change the passwords on every frequent time. We need to check any update from the side of apps.
Okay.
Whether any kind of update is coming or not. So if there is any update, we should update our apps and we should keep ourselves updated with the to protect us from the financial losses. So next is the maintaining trust and reputation. Now, we for protecting against cybercrime, help in maintaining trust and confidence in online interaction and business operations. So how can we gain a trust? Because this is nowadays the kind of crime has been increased. Trusting anyone is a myth. We cannot trust anyone right now because the situation of the country is a kind that everybody is trying to cheat or everybody trying to commit a financial fraud. So for that we have to make sure that we trust genuine person, we trust the genuine sources, we click on the links. We should that should be certified or that should be known to us, not by clicking randomly to the links on the social media handles, because nowadays what is happening, the social media is accessible to all kind of age groups, to the children, to the old age, to the middle age. So while scrolling to the feeds, while watching videos, so some kind of advertising, some kind of links appear on the site, on the social media handle. So if we are clicking on it, then we should be very aware first of all that if we are clicking that, we are giving trust to them, that yes, we trust it, whatever it is. So before clicking it, we should go through thoroughly that what is it related to, how is it related to, is it related to me or not. So these type of things we should do to provide a safe cyber world. So next we will move on to the legal frameworks in India related to cyber law. So as we can see on a screen that and we have discussed in the earlier slide also, that the various law provisions are under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and IT rules. So cybercrime as an organized crime. So now after the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita has come into the force, separate section has been classified as section 111 of BNS, that is the organized crimes. So what does it means and what does it says? It clearly says that any kind of crime, it's a very long section, it's a very elaborated section which has been introduced. And in that section only the cybercrime has been added as an organized crime. So, which first time in India, first time in the history of Indian law, the cybercrime has been treated as organized crime in the PNS, in the Indian law. Next one is the false information and surveillance. So now, if we'll see that what kind of information is spreading all over our surroundings, there are many kind of information which is being spreaded related to anyone. So the real information gets hide behind the false information, and many of people make it information according to their own version. So these type of data interception can be done through section 197. Next one is the compliance requirement for the platform. So as we all know that social media is a very big platform, and social medias are has been now taken place of everybody's space. So there is a requirement for compliance for the platforms, that these social media platforms should comply with the guidelines, with the proper statutory things, whether they are obeying the things, whether they are replying to the notices, whether they are obeying the law or not. Because the for us, the social media is a kind of fun activity which we are doing to just relax, just to get used to it. And but for the social media platforms, this is a earning source. So they'll not think about it, that whatever they are playing, whatever they are advertising, whatever they are posting, how that can be impact, because they are thinking from the business mind. So for that, it has to be checked that compliance requirement is being done regularly or not. So that is under the IT rules, which mandates to appoint a compliance officer and to respond legal requests promptly. And this is a very serious concern, serious consequences if not responded on timely. So next we'll move on to traceability and content monitoring. Now, as we have discussed that compliance requirement is necessary, but traceability and content monitoring is also necessary thing. Certain times what
Yes.
the content is being regulated, which is not illegal, but it is unethical or unlawful. So that is a harmful content, because sometimes what happens, the AI generated videos which are being AI generated, and that is being seen by everyone. So these type of videos may give a misinformation or false information, which some victims may get trapped into it, and they'll believe it. So to monitor that content, the platform must identify the origin of message and use AI to auto detect harmful content. For the next part, we are having the data retention and disclosure. So now this is the part which is on this is a very important and crucial part on intermediaries. So intermediaries basically the social media platforms, Facebook, WhatsApp, or Twitter, or these type of social media platforms. So there is a provision, there is a thing, intermediaries must preserve user data for investigation and share it upon lawful demand. How can they share, and for how long they can preserve, and when they have to provide it? These all are already been discussed and mentioned under the DPDP rules. So I'll move on to the next part. Yes, so the next is the BNSS, that is the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, and cybercrime related to that. So now moving on to the BNSS, that is a procedural law. That is for the procedure that describes the procedure, how an investigation to be conducted in a crime, in a case, and how that procedure will be taken up, how the courts will work. Everything is mentioned under the BNSS. Earlier it was known as Criminal Procedure Code 1973. So now it has been replaced with the BNSS. So as related to the cybercrime, if we'll say in the BNSS, there is a digital evidence as a primary. Now under the BNSS, it has been made mandatory section, that is section 57, to recognize the electronic record as a primary evidence and stream digital investigations. So the primary evidence is basically means the evidence which is on the source of it, it is visible that yes, this evidence can be taken on record and can be considered for the deciding of a case, for the whether the accused is guilty or not, whether to take it or not, it is up to the court. Next is for the mandatory forensic and seizure. So as we have evolved from to cyber enabled environment, so now the forensic plays a very important role. Earlier, the modus operandi were different of the fraudsters, so we don't need to implement these type of provisions. But now, as they have evolved, eventually they have very evolved so much. So we need to make these provisions mandatory for forensic and seizure, that how to seize any digital evidence, how to procure that evidence, what are the things IO should keep in mind while collecting those evidence, forensic collections. So all these are related provisions are under section 176(3) and 105 of BNSS Act. Moving on to next is the e-complaint and accused interrogation. So now what has happened, as I've told you that the environment has become a cyber enabled environment. So similarly to that, the crime which are happening through cyber, e-complaints have been made a provision. So now a victim can lodge a complaint without going to the police station. He or she doesn't have to go physically to the police station and stand there and wait for the concerned concerned IO to come and to investigate the case. Now simply what has happened that e-complaints can be lodged through online portal, which is for the Delhi police. For the every state police, there is a different. So under section 173 and 308 allows online FIR video-based accused examination, simplifying logistics. Earlier, the examinations of accused was not being conducted through video conferencing. He or she had to appear physically before the magistrate or before the court to get himself examined and make the things statements before the court. So moving on to next is the expanded evidence collection. As I've discussed in the mandatory forensic and seizure, that how it is relevant to impede the forensic collection and video-based seizure for transparency. Similarly, we have expanded our evidence collection. That earlier we used some kind of different type of different type of techniques to collect the evidence. Now Section 349 permits the collection of digital sample from non-accused person in a complex case. So moving on to the next, that is a zero FR and timely justice. So as we have already discussed about the e-complaints, similarly to that provision, the zero FR and timely justice has been now provided under the section 173 of 1, which enables the victim to lodge an FIR irrespective of jurisdiction. It doesn't require that you have to be under the jurisdiction of concerned police station where the crime has happened or where you reside. If you are not into the reach of both type of jurisdictions, then you can approach any kind of any nearest police station for the zero FIR. Moving on to the next part. Yes, so now this is the Indian cybercrime portals. Now we have discussed about what is the cybercrime, what are the laws related to cybercrime, and what are the different sections we have dealt with. Now it's time to know about the cybercrime portals, that where to report. It's okay, but that we need that we know that how to report, and now it's where to report. So this is the NCRP, Sahyog and Bharat Poll. So basically, what is NCRP? NCRP is National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. What does it do? What does it? How does it being operated? It enables the citizen to report cybercrime online, and the victims can lodge their complaint through two ways. One is by dialing 1930, and second is by going to the website of cybercrime.gov.in. So this has been an initiative which is introduced by the I4C Indian Cybercrime Coordination Centre for reporting mechanism and for the online frauds whichever has happened with any victim or any person related to any kind of online fraud or crime. Like if any any of person who has been victim of any sexual abuse or any kind of financial fraud or any kind of child has been abused sexually. So these type of crimes can be reported on NCRP. Next is the Sayog portal. So now what is the Sayog portal? Sayog portal is basically a portal which automates notice to intermediaries under IT Act for the removal of content, for a certain removal of content. How do they do? The portal is being operated by the nodal officers, and the notices are being sent to the intermediaries for removal of content. So moving on to next one is the Bharatpol portal. So Bharatpol portal is basically that has been launched in 2025, basically to coordinate international cybercrime investigation via Interpol. So as we all have must heard about the Interpol word in many a times in movies also, that we have heard Interpol word. So similar to that, Bharatpol has been portal has been launched. So the basic agenda of this portal is to be connected and to coordinate with the international cybercrime investigations. What all type of cybercrimes are going on internationally? What type of investigations or modus operandis are coming up, taken up by the fraudsters? So these all are being launched on the Bharat portal. So for the next, we are having the centralized mechanism. So centralized mechanism is basically enhanced cooperation with the platform for data access and rapid investigation responses. Earlier, what used to be happen that if we are requiring, if a police station A, which is in the west side, and police station B in the south side, they are requiring to access some kind of information, so the resources were very less. So now what has happened, a central mechanism has been established to share the data, to share the responses, so that easily the investigation can be done, and there is no hindrance in the investigation, and it can be done speedily, and justice can be delivered to the victims. Next is addressing criticism. So while tools like Sayog face scrutiny, they are vital for the legal enforcement, public safety. So what has happened now? As we all know that these type of portals, they are working 24/7, and their complaints can be lodged easily on this. But sometimes these are very vital, plays a vital role for the victim as well as for the legal enforcement agencies. They help a lot to them, so that they can access to the data, they can access to the complaints, they can see real time what is happening, so that they can investigate the matter accordingly. Next, I would like to thank that my PPT has been completed. I hope that it's been a
Well, I
useful.
think, Lovish sir, we had learned a lot of things today, especially in terms of we are since discussing in this online training under the umbrella theme, that is cybercrime and laws. So you had explained us very beautifully that what different kind of IT laws are available there, and what are some legal frameworks in India are there. We learned about Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, and especially that what are some different type of cybercrime portals where one can go ahead and lodge the complaints. But one important question what's coming in my mind, that we had seen there is a lot of different kind of recent trends in cybercrime, especially there are a lot of cases we are observing and we are watching that many people are falling under the digital arrest. And one another kind of a recent trend in cybercrime which personally I am watching is deep fake. These two kind of recent trends in cybercrime are occurring in a major amount right now in our nation, in our country. So what advice would you like to give to all those people who are watching this session live, that how could they identify what is real and what is fake?
This is a very nice, good question that you have raised related to digital arrest. So for the digital arrest, I would say that it is very being cleared, and it has been published everywhere that no police or no police authority calls you or do a video call to you regarding any kind of crime you have committed. Even if you have committed a crime, there is a procedure, there is a proper protocol, there is a proper things which a police officer has to go through, and then only you will be arrested if something you have done wrong. So I would suggest that by do not get panic. in the situation, if you have received any kind of call, any kind of video call, or you have received any kind of phone message, don't just panic and start reacting. Just stop, think, and then take action. So I would like to say that in these type of crimes, a person should first identify that what is the source of these type of messages or these type of links coming from. Then they should react, because what I have seen in many of the digital arrest cases, that victims usually react so fastly that they don't even get to focus on simple things. What has happened, I would like to mention one digital arrest case in which the fraudster was pretending to be an army person by wearing a police dress. So that was a very basic thing which a person can identify, but being under the panic situation, the victim didn't notice it. So and in the panic situation, whatever the fraudster was asking demanded, and victim was doing it. So to protect yourself, one has to be aware, one has to be very calm in these situations, and to make in a mind that no police authority calls like this, or do a video call like this, that you have been arrested and you cannot move. Neither the any judicial officer nor any other kind of LEA contact through any kind of these type of modes. If they are having any kind of your involvement in a certain crime, then they'll notify you according to proper protocol. So next for the coming is for deep fake, that you have asked me. For the deep fake, we have to see that there are now deep fake technology has been evolved so advancedly that one cannot tell the difference between what is the real video and what is the deep fake video. So to be protected with that, we have to check the source from where it is coming. Is it coming from a sourceful thing or not? If a thing is published on the government website, or whether it's on a social media platform. So whom we should trust? We should trust always to the government side, because on the social media platform, everybody has access. Everybody can, anybody can post anything and go through it. And there are many kind of apps which are coming, which also gives access to the fraudsters to create such videos. So we have to be very aware that while clicking any kind of link, or any kind of downloading any kind of deepfake related video, so we should restrain ourselves from doing that.
And one important thing which is coming in my mind, Lovish, that we had oftenly seen a lot of cases in today's era, especially I'm talking about the investment videos, investment links. I had seen personally a lot of people and lot of victims who had got trapped in this circumstances, especially what the fraudsters do, what these scammers do. They try to manipulate in such a way that you will be receiving such a high salary in a particular job, or there's a very easy way of investment. You can come to share market, or you can just invest your hardly earned money in a cryptocurrencies, and a very short span of time you will be earning like twice of your invested amount, thrice of your invested amount. So these are some influences, these are some points which attract someone very easily. But from childhood period only, we had heard a lot of time that there is no shortcut of success. Still educated people get trapped. Still educated people believe in such scammers and fraudsters. So what advice you would like to give to all those educated people?
The basic advice you have only mentioned in your question, that there is no shortcut for the easy success. So if one has to get a success, or he has to gain the money in a huge amount, then we have to struggle, we have to go through it. Still, as we are discussing about the fact that how one can protect themselves from being scammed on financially, like we have to trust, as we have mentioned in the PPT also, that trusting a genuine source is a basic thing. Like if we trust that site, or if we trust that particular link, then we can assure that yes, this is a very genuine or not. Because no company publishes their portfolios, their balance sheets, their P&L account statement on social media platform. They always have a particular site, they have a particular protocol and area where they publish their every news. So we should go through those news, we should go through Economic Times, and we should read the newspaper for any kind of information related to the investment, And if we really want to do the investment, then we can also do it by going through the genuine websites of the insurance companies or the investment companies. So we should take it through the genuine source only.
Okay, before I wrap this online training session, before I close this session, one last question I'll be asking to you, and then I'll close this session. I had seen a lot of people, they don't lodge any kind of complaint. For an example, if a particular person is a victim, he had a fraud of like 10,000, 15,000, it's a very small amount of money. What exact procedure, what is the exact time cybercrime takes time to investigate? Because there are some people who think that we had lost our 15,000 rupees, and cybercrime department tells that you need to go to a local police station and you have to complain that what exactly, how your money got deducted. So how exactly, how much time does cybercrime team takes to solve any case?
This is a question which is pertaining to the investigating agencies. Like whenever the complaint is being lodged, after that, that is being automatically assigned to the concerned LEA. So that is a matter of investigation, and a concerned LEA or concerned investigating officer can apprise that how much time will it take, because in certain cases what has happened, the crime has happened in the one side of the country and the victim is on the other side of the country. So for that reason, the to make a connectivity in the case, to make the connectivity in the investigation, the IO has to take the decision whether how to conduct those investigation, and how much time will it take. They can more apprise to these type of things.
All right, so I think today we had learned a lot of things today in online training programs, especially on day 3 under the umbrella theme cybercrime, and we learned that what are some legal frameworks in India, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, what exactly it is all about, and what are different cybercrime portals, and how especially NCRP, Sahyog, Bharatiya, all these important portals play an important role in lodging a complaint. Thank you so much, Mr. Lovish Sir, for joining this online training program and explaining our viewers exactly and everything in depth insight about cybercrime and laws.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining.
So we are done with the day 3 online training session, and again I repeat important announcement that on final day, that is on Friday, day 5, there will be assessment where you can participate and you will be receiving a certificate if you achieve more than 70% of marks. So before wrapping the session, important announcement for the students of grade 4 and 7 that now you can go ahead and purchase the textbook online on Amazon, Flipkart and on our official website, that is NCERT official website. And now let's have a quick look on the upcoming session what you will be watching on PM eVidya channels. After some time at 5 PM you will be watching our special session named Sahyog on topic Learning Together on channel 6 to 12. So this is me, Deepak Mishra, now wrapping up with this online training session with the commitment that we will come back once again with another session, another guest. We will be learning a lot of things. Till the time, take care of yourself, keep smiling, keep learning, and do keep watching PM eVidya channels. Namaskar.